part 3. This should be a lot shorter. There's not much left to say. Biggest things really in this conclusion is going to be you don't owe them. You don't owe them your time. You don't owe them your energy. You don't owe them your platform. You don't owe them anything when it comes to these guys. They want all of your time. They want your energy. They want to be able to debate things that should not be debated. Reasons can go anywhere from wanting the clout, the clicks, the subscribers. Maybe they think that one day this will be a launch to some kind of career for them. Think about like Tommy Lauren or whatever her face is, and how some of those debate me ladies, or even some of the debate me bros, have been able to get onto different platforms, Fox and Friends, adjacencies, things like that. But be aware of who you're debating, why you're debating them, what you're debating about, and whether or not any of this is going to be worth it. Because you can mean well and still do a world of damage. A big story, well, not a big story, but something that rings true in this is when you mean well, you can still cause damage. The fable of a father and son, and the son is holding a hammer, and a fly lands on the back of the dad's head. Now, the fly is bothersome, and the father keeps trying to swat it away, and then eventually he asks his son for help. Now, his son, with one hand free and one hand with a hammer, meant well in trying to get rid of that fly for his dad, but instead of using his free hand, he used the hand holding the hammer. Sweet little boy tried to do the right thing. They were thinking of being helpful. They were doing what they were told, even, to help deal with this fly. But in that helping, that son missed the fly and gave his father a concussion. So, understand that even if you are trying to be helpful and debate these guys for a noble reason, a good reason, trying to correct the record or trying to call out, any kind of propaganda that these guys are spouting, just remember that with those types of people, you are the son with the hammer. You are going to concuss people. Do not debate these types of guys or people who are so disingenuous that they can't agree to a fact, or they can't agree that reality is real, right? The way that these guys fight and argue with fact, you'll never get ahead with them. Never. So don't try. We're not here to entertain the impossible. We're not here to debate the impossible or the heartless or anything like that. We're not here to do that. I think it's incumbent upon us to do better. And I'm sure that some people will disagree, and that's totally okay. That's life. But there is going to be a time in which giving these people air is only going to fuel their flames, and everything is burning enough as it is. We don't need their help. So again, biggest things is just remember who you're debating, why you're debating them in the first place, and if that debate is going to have any positive or negative effects on the cause that you're debating, right? If you're debating for human rights, you're not debating. Do not debate human rights. It's a fundamental thing that we should all be fighting for. Do not debate that. That it devalues the idea that human rights are fundamental, right? If you're sitting there and saying, well, let's debate the merits of it, don't debate that. You are giving them an opportunity to say, well, is it really that necessary? Is it really something that we need in life? And yeah, it is. So again, I just say be cautious. It's very easy to fall into it, especially when you're trying to be there for a good cause. Like I said, I fell into it pretty quickly, pretty easily, but was able to back out based on how they spoke to me personally. I should not have waited that long. The debate that he was having in the live that I caught in the first place should have been enough for me. But there's always that desire to either be right or change someone's opinion or their mind on that off chance. Some people are just lost. Some people don't care. Some people are in it for all the wrong reasons. Fight for you, fight for yours, fight for what you know is right, but don't give these guys any more space or grace than they deserve. I think that's going to be it for me, at least for now. And especially just on this topic, I think we're good. I think we've said what needed to be said. Agree, disagree. It is what it is. I don't particularly care. Drop your thoughts if you want. Follow whatever. I don't. Again, it is what it is. I don't care what you guys do. Just your voice and my thoughts.